Okay, this is a quick tutorial on the clone tool and some of the things you can do. On PicsArt, it's under the Tools menu, and you hit Clone, and you'll see three buttons at the bottom. The left one is a target. That's where you're copying from. Your center one, the paintbrush, is where you're copying to, and then the eraser erases anything that's been copied. So it works like this. You hit the target first. You select where on the image you want to copy from. So let's say I hit this Q. Once you do that, the paintbrush is automatically selected, and that means it's ready to copy. So wherever I touch on the screen, it's going to copy where that target is. So I touch here, whichever way I move, it copies it. If I lift my finger up and go back down, it's going to still stay aligned with that. It's not going to start over. I can change where I'm copying from multiple times. So again, I select my target, I hit my Q, I start to copy, but I want to do something different. So I'm going to hit my target, that left button again, go back to the Q, and now when I paint, it's going to recopy that. So I can keep doing that as often as I'd like. Pick a new place to copy from and start painting. Now if I ever, again, lift up my finger and I don't hit that target again, it's going to just stay aligned with wherever it was. There are just a few options under here. Under your target, there's only one option, which is size, how large of an area you're copying from. There is, under your paintbrush, there is again size, how large of an area you're copying to. The opacity, so how transparent it is, and the hardness. So with transparency, opacity and hardness up, when I go to copy, it's going to be exact, hard edges, that's it. Now I can lower my hardness, so it'll still copy at the same strength, except on the edges it'll be a little bit softer, so that's easier to make something look more natural if it has to blend in. You can also lower opacity, so when you copy, it's not going to be it's going to be somewhat transparent. Okay. Now there is a lot more you can do with it. A couple examples. I got this silly picture here. You can use it to like touch up the face and things like that. So I'm going to zoom in. Actually, I'll go to my tools. Oops. Tools, clone. Come over here. I have my target, so I'll hit where I'm copying from. We'll say right there. And once I start, now I just got rid of that wrinkle. You can do that for lots of areas. You could change kind of where the hairline starts if you need to make a little adjustment if your face doesn't fit right, something like that. Sometimes you're going to not want to use 100%, or you're not going to want you don't want to have the opacity all the way up. So let's say I want to get rid of that little thing there. So I'll hit where I'm copying from, hit the target, and then I start doing it, but it looks kind of odd. It doesn't look natural. So I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to lower that opacity down a lot. So now when I copy over, it's a lot more subtle, and I can raise it up and try it again. So how strong your opacity is makes a huge difference. You can copy lots of things. You can copy textures. If I wanted to have this old man face, I would put my target there, and if my opacity was nice and low, I could copy over here and it would give the same sort of texture. You could do that with our animal here. So I'd press my target there and I'd start painting, and it's going to copy that texture over. A lot you can do.